How's it going, guys? SlowJamNobz here, and welcome back to another NHL Predicts episode. Today, we'll be looking at the number 2 overall pick in the 2015 draft, Jack Eichel. Hobey Baker Award winner, NHL All-Star, and Buffalo Sabres captain, Jack Eichel has cemented himself as one of the premier young centers in the game today. Going back to that 2015 draft, the only reason he was selected number 2 was because McDavid went first overall. So, let's see if NHL 16 thought Jack Eichel would be as good as he is today. So, let's get into it. So, just like the Connor McDavid episode of NHL Predicts, I updated the rosters to the latest rosters NHL 16 had, which were done after the trade deadline in 2016. Eichel clocked in at an 84 overall with medium franchise potential, the same as McDavid. Not only will I be comparing Eichel's in-game stats with his real-life ones as we go through the years, we'll also be monitoring his in-game attributes and overall progression. So, in order to do this challenge, I started a brand new GM mode and selected the Sabres, obviously. I didn't do any manual trades. I turned on auto-sign free agents so we'd always have a full roster, as well as assistant coach does best lines. I kept the salary cap on to maintain realism, as I also didn't want to influence in any way, shape, or form Eichel's progression or ability to rack up stats. And without further ado, let's get into Eichel's first NHL 16 season. After the preseason sim, the Sabres go 4-2-1, with Eichel tallying just a single point. So, is this a preview of what's to come this season, or was he just trying to find his game? So, as of January 1st, 2016, about the halfway point of the season, the Sabres sat second in their division. Although, recent history shown, the Sabres are never really safe no matter how good they start. No hard feelings, Sabres fans. As for Eichel, he put up a very respectable 25 points in his first 38 games, good enough for 4th on the team behind Kane, O'Reilly, and Ennis. His overall has already gone up, as he took a leap from 84 at the start of the year to 87 at the halfway point, with noticeable increases to his puck skills and skating. So, let's see what he looks like in April. By April 10th, 2016, the Sabres had fallen out of a playoff spot, ending the year 39-32-11, 5th in the Atlantic. Not to say I told you so, but I kinda did. Looking at Eichel now, it seems as though NHL 16 nailed it with this prediction, as his point total is virtually the same, with NHL 16 giving him 57 points as opposed to the 56 he put up in real life. Although, Eichel did miss one game in his rookie year, and the points per game total in both NHL 16 and real life are .69. Nice. Eichel also jumped another overall and is now an 88. So, with the Sabres missing the playoffs, it's time to see if Eichel suffered an NHL 16 sophomore slump. Eichel's second season with the Sabres has them missing the playoffs again, finishing 39-37-6 for 5th in the Atlantic. But so far, NHL 16 is absolutely nailing the simulation. Eichel's second NHL 16 season has him putting up 57 points again, which is not only identical to the stats that he put up in NHL 16 year 1, but the same point output he put up in his real-life 2016-2017 season. Now, sure, real-life Eichel only played 61 games that year and was hovering around a point per game, but still, the total output is quite cool, considering it's 2 years in a row that NHL 16 more or less predicted Eichel's offensive output. So, with 2 seasons in the books, NHL 16 Eichel has 114 points in 163 games, while real-life Eichel had 113 points in just 142 games played. With how similar the numbers are looking so far, it's going to be cool to see how it matches up by the end of the 2019-2020 season. So far, it's looking way more promising than the Connor McDavid sim. Eichel is also now a 90 overall at the end of year 2, and oddly enough, his potential dropped from franchise to elite. Why? I have no idea, but let's see how it affects him going forward. Which takes us to the present day. Funny enough, at the time of making this video, it's April 14th, 2020, in real life and NHL 16. And the NHL regular season would have ended today with playoffs around the corner, if it wasn't for this unfortunate virus. Buffalo once again failed to make the playoffs and only made the playoffs once in the simulation, and were surprisingly a win away from the trip to the Stanley Cup final. Year 5 for Jack Eichel, and he's now a 91 overall, and his franchise potential seems to have come back. Why it went away in the first place, I'll never know. So, year 5 has Jack Eichel putting up 69 points in 78 games, good enough for second on the team, which is a very respectable output. However, when you compare it to his real-life stats, it's not quite up to par. NHL 16 Jack Eichel now has 286 points in 386 games with 96 goals, while the real-life Jack Eichel has 337 points in 354 career games, a lot closer to a point per game than his NHL 16 counterpart. With that being said, NHL 16 somewhat predicted what was to come initially, but then didn't accurately predict what Jack Eichel was going to blossom into. There definitely are a ton of factors that go into what makes a player great in a video game when it's simulated, but I feel as though Jack Eichel had all the tools to perform, playing mostly with guys like Reinhart, Ennis, Kane, and O'Reilly, yet he didn't. Anyways guys, that's it for this episode, and I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments which player you'd like me to do next. Also, I'm open to constructive criticism, so if there's anything I could have done better, anything I could add or remove in the next segment, let me know. Don't forget to drop a like if you like the content, subscribe to see all my future posts, and most importantly, stay safe guys, I'll see you soon.